understand you're scared. I understand you're afraid of the unknown. I do understand that. Most people shy away from hair transplant because they basically do not understand what's going on, or they're afraid of so many factors. Now, if you're seeing this video for the first time, your name is Dr. Echefu. I'm a hair transplant physician, a hair loss coach. I've helped thousands of people regain confidence by hair regrowth. So I have a client of mine. He's been coming to my clinic for 2 years now. So he's been on medical therapy. He's done other treatment for hair loss, and he still wants more density. He still wants his hair to be fuller than what it is right now. So when I asked him why you've been hesitant concerning hair transplant, he's like, I'm just afraid. I'm like, what are you afraid of? Like, we've not really discussed about this client. We've not really discussed about hair transplant. So he's bringing up the hair transplant. And one thing I know is that when people bring up the topic of hair transplant, that means they've been thinking about it. And I was like, why are you afraid? He proceeds to tell me the price. He's afraid of poor hair growth. He's afraid of the results. He's afraid of, he had a lot of things he asked about. So I'm going to tell you the 3 topmost questions people have in mind. So number 1 is price point. So you have to discuss with your hair transplant surgeon on which type of hair transplant is best for you and the price of the hair transplant procedure. I'm not going to deny that hair transplant procedures are expensive because it takes a lot. So we have the strip surgery, which is the FUT. We have the FUE, and we also have the long hair FUE, which is the more advanced one, the long hair FUE, which is the most expensive. You need to talk to your hair transplant surgeon on which one that you qualify for or you're a candidate for. I mean, almost everyone is a candidate for FUE. So I think that is usually, most clinics offer FUE hair transplant. So talk to your hair transplant surgeon, talk to them about the price. And if the price doesn't work for you, then you make your decision. Number 2, most people underestimate pain when it comes to hair transplant procedures. Yes, there's some pain associated with hair transplant procedures. So that is why you need to sit down and discuss with your hair transplant surgeon on what medication you will be giving. That's why your medical history is very important. And that's why allergies are very important. You need to discuss everything about medications and pain. You need to talk about it. But I promise you, take my word for it, after your hair transplant procedure, your pain is almost at a 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. But you need to still talk to your hair transplant physician to know what kind of pain medication you'll be receiving, either local medication versus oral medication. So whichever one, that's when you need to talk to your hair transplant physician during your consultation. Number 3, delayed result or poor result or no growth. Yeah, most people are afraid of going through all this procedure, spending all this money, and they don't see the result that they paid for. So what do I say about that? There's so many factors. We call it the X factor. You might go to the black market, and you're going to get the result you paid for when you go to a black market. But when you go to a licensed or a trained hair transplant physician or surgeon that knows what they're doing, they are going to take the adequate steps to ensure your hair grows. You see, they're going to place you on the right medication before the hair transplant, after the hair transplant. That's why I talk about follow-up. You follow up with the right hair transplant surgeon so they can observe your hair growth. They can see if there's something more that needs to be done. That is very important. So to take away this anxiety from the unknown, you have to make sure you have effective communication. You have to take your medication. You have to read your pre-op and post-op instruction. And you have to have adequate follow-up, either in clinic or virtual. So in summary of the top 3 most important things every client that walks through my clinic want to know. Number 1 is the price. Number 2 is pain. Number 3 is delayed result or poor result or no growth. So with all these things I've talked about, these are things I want you to keep in mind when you come for your consultation at Havila Hair Restoration. We'll talk about that. So now if you've been thinking about hair transplant or you don't even know if you're a candidate for hair transplant, now this is the time to make that appointment. We offer free virtual appointment, and one of our team members is going to get in touch with you and talk to you. And we take all your information and we formulate a good plan for you for your hair loss to see if you're a candidate for a hair transplant. If you live in Georgia, this is the time for you to also make the appointment and come into the clinic, and I'll personally see you and evaluate your scalp and your hair, come to a conclusion on what to do if you're a candidate for a hair transplant. Now, if you've loved this video, I'm sure you're going to love other of my videos. Or if you have something in mind, say, hey, Dr. Echefu, I need you to cover this. I've been thinking about this. No, I've not seen anyone talk about it, about hair transplant. Comment down below and I'm going to talk about it. Okay? Right here, we talk about everything about hair regrowth and hair transplant. Till next time, bye-bye.